Well, I'm here. I made no promises, people. I'm actually a mess this morning. So, ta da! Okay, well, we've got some things we need to discuss this morning. I'm not sure who all's here, so let's figure it out. I'm a little bit early. You guys get Cat today with normal hair. I'm about to dye it and freak it out because I can't take red. At least not this crappy dappy red. Okay, so you have to excuse me. I'm in from the cold, and it is cold here this morning. It is a whopping 39 degrees. I know. The rest of you are used to that. I hate it. We get the frost going, we get stuff going, and I'm not one of those people. Good morning, Alicia. Okay, so we're going to try and figure this out together, guys, okay? I had a lot of requests for Poleshifts, and I had a lot of requests for cryptids. So I thought, why not combine the two? You know, this might be a good idea. So this way, we kind of learn about both of them and how they affect each other, maybe. So pop up on my screen. Let me know if you think that's a cool idea or not. First and foremost, before I get started, I do have a couple things I wanted to say. I want to say thank you to my patrons. Yes, this is a bad, nasty cut. So you'll see me with my pointer finger. G'day. Let's see, it's Martin. How are you? I hope it's good there with the rain. Good morning, Mr. Messire. I am just sitting here trying to read all the pop-ups that come on. Good morning, Whisper to a Scream. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Jean-Paul. I hope everybody's having a great day so far. So I took the whopping Band-Aid off. Okay, we're going to promise not to look at the owie on the finger. I hope everyone had a good holiday. But I did want to say thank you to my patrons. You know, I really appreciate you guys. I don't have permission to name them on here yet. Unfortunately, I don't seem to get a lot of feedback on my patrons, from my patrons. So if you're out there watching, let me know so that way I know, you know, what to do for you guys in particular. It just seems like they just let me go on and on. Anywho, so I want to talk about pole shifts because people seem to think that pole shifts are something horrifying and scary and you know, something to be worried about. Not really. And I'm going to say this from an archaeologist. You know, good morning, Amelia. We've had a lot of pole shifts, a lot of magnetic shifts. And even when I make pottery, if I were to go back and radiocarbon date my own pottery, you'll see that there are a ton of magnetic influxes that come and go. And that's just the poles flipping back and forth, forth. Good morning, Amelia. It's one of those things where you have to remember that it's current, it's magnetic current. So it's gonna flip, okay? I mean, if you play with a magnet, you'll notice that whatever you wave the magnet over does this or does this, you know, and sometimes you can't get it to do what you want it to do, okay? That's a magnetic current, you know, magnetic wave energy, whatever you want to call it. So these things, hi, Pink Eye, these things are hard to examine because people are so terrified. You know, they're like, oh my God, if it flips, then that means the world's going to be upside down. You know, we're going to have South America on top of North America and, you know, Antarctic, and it's going to be wonked. But that's not necessarily the case, okay? But what does happen when we have pole shifts? Good morning, Lynn. How are you? I really want people to think about this, okay? The earth is energy, always has been, always will be. Good morning, Mary. And in it, it has its own frequency, its own ability, so to speak, to zap you, okay? And not in a bad way. With all this current floating around, magnetic current, what ends up happening is portals open. And I know we had talked about this before, but this is like really important because it doesn't affect us per se, but what it does affect, the long-term effects are on us because the portals open and we get an influx of cryptids. Okay, and somebody was on here last week, and I don't remember who it was, but they were telling me that I was wrong because there is no such thing as different dimensions. So, good morning again, Mary. Thank you. It's hard for me to grasp that people want to come on here and argue this point, okay? But it's the truth. We can say there's only 11 dimensions, I mean, that's official, but it's not really official, okay? Because we can only fly by the seat of our pants without having the exact knowledge that they think they have to say this. And I don't know where they're pulling 11 from, okay? Because that's not true. There is an infinite number of realities, okay? And therefore, you get an infinite number of cryptids that can come through. Good morning, Stephanie. So people, scientists, NASA, whoever you want to say, saying that there's an infinitesimal number or there's only 11 or whatever. You guys can't fly by the seat of your pants unless you can really say for certain, I mean, as an archaeologist, I'll give an example here, and I've given it before. Working with people, they find one fossilized ichthyosaur bone, okay, and vertebrae, and all of a sudden they can tell you this whole animal's life. And I'm just sitting here going, excuse me, no, because you're just imposing what you want it to be onto this fossil. So people need to understand that when the door is open, I mean, when you open your front door, in the summertime, do only flies come in? Seriously. No, you get flies, gnats, mosquitoes, ants. You can get anything coming in, okay? Anything that decides to come through. Same thing with a portal. So when the poles are doing their little influx thing, it's kind of interesting because it's like, did you ever play with the elevator door or the door at the store where you would step on the pad and then back away and it would close, open, close, open, close? That's what a portal does with the magnetic influx, okay? So you've got some cryptids that are, I'm going to risk it, and they jump through it. Then you have others that are like, no, I'll sit here and wait for it to slow down. So it can just vary as to what comes through. Another issue, I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to be real honest here this morning. I have a juvenile dog man out here this morning, and he has been doing terrible things. I have not opened my back door. Thank you, Kimberly. I'm not opening my back door. because he's been banging against it. He was just banging on it again. And when the last time I went near there, because I have a cat out there, one of my daughter's cats, I heard this horrible growling. So I'm not going to go over there. So if you guys hear banging and stuff, that's what's going on. I'm being real honest here. I don't want to deal with this guy because I am nervous. As you can see, Bastette's staring at the back door. It's scary sometimes. Janine, you want to know, Steama, as near as I can figure, the average lifetime for them is probably about 200 years. Gyasa is, right around the 150 mark. Everybody wants to know different things. Here we go again. Electromagnetic energy for the cryptids. Yes, they do use it, and yes, they make it themselves. I'm sorry, these guys, this is really irritating to me because I need to go out and handle this, and I just am not in the mood to handle this. I haven't been full on to deal with it. So I'm going to have to get tough here in a little bit. Yes, the Steama use electromagnetic energy a lot. If you go to my Facebook page or onto my Patreon, you'll see where I wrote a whole dissertation on Steama and how they use electromagnetic energy to appear and disappear in our reality. Like the ant ships that you see, which are really ghetto ships. Thank you, Jean-Paul. People need to understand that it's kind of a stepping stone, I guess you could say, that it's between all of us, because these guys are going to start, as they are showing up more and more, they are using the energy themselves to come through. Now, what can they use this energy for? Well, they can use it to zap you with infrasound. They can use it to change their whole morphology. They can use it to scare, these terrible things. Hi, BLR. It's kind of scary, but at the same time, you have to realize something, and I need everybody to get this message from me real quick. Look, staring you straight in the face, okay? Get this message. You have the ability as well to use this energy, okay? You may not think you know about it, but you do. Your body does. And when the time comes, you will be able to harness it. Okay? People, the lessons that I teach, people use them to shift. Okay? And that's a good way to put it. Magnetic flux, influx from our reality to other realities, phase in and out. Okay? And the lessons that I teach help you to understand this and to grasp this. Okay? Like I said, when I put up links to videos and stuff, or if you message me and I give you a video, it's because some of them, a lot of them are my students, and they've posted videos and made videos so as they've gotten more adept. I just want everybody to know that it's hard, but if you can grasp it and get yourself focused enough, you can do this. Okay? Remember, I told you I've been in the portals. I've taken pictures of what's inside the portals. It's kind of a weird world, because you're going from one to another to another. Not all of them turned out, but some of them did. And when you look at this, you realize, holy heck, this is really scary, and this isn't for us to be doing per se, but it's also a good thing in that as the portals open, we need to bring back the knowledge that we have in here and our ancestral knowledge, deep inside. It's like an eidetic memory, it's there. You may not realize that it's there, but when you need it, it's going to come out. And I was talking to one of the students that I have. She didn't even realize that she had the ability to talk to Steaua, and I've been telling her the entire time that she had the I'm sorry. She has the ability to talk to the Steaua, and I told her, yes, you do, yes, you do, yes, you do. You're going to see them. You're going to be fine. Well, she started seeing them, and now she's talking to them, and now they're answering her back. I mean, full-on conversations with these things. So I need people to kind of get that it's down inside of you, and you can pull it out and use it. You really can. The witch doctors in Africa use it, to change themselves into balls of light and to travel here and there. Again, I've got pictures of that from the Steaua doing that, actual balls of light with them, with faces, Yeah, it is, isn't it, Kimberly? I just want everybody to understand that this whole place that we live on is ours, okay? So the Nashovechito, that's out here beating on my door, pissing me off at the moment. Good morning, Nancy. You can handle that, okay? I'm not handling it right now because I'm on here with you. And I don't want to have to deal with the fact that another cat's missing and I'm going to have to listen to someone scream and complain about that. Good morning, Barry. People get it, okay? Because these cryptids are going to keep coming through and coming through. And there's no way to stop them. The only way to stop them is to deal with ourselves, okay, in this pole shift. Good morning, Whispers. Good morning, Chris. People need to get that you can handle anything. How do I deal with that dogman out there? Well, it's going to end up with me stomping a dirt hole in him and sticking him back into a portal. And yeah, it's great fun. And you'll see me. I'm a mess afterwards. That's why I carry the tools for my job that I do. Staff, knife, big gun. So I've asked him to leave me alone in a nice way. I've got protection up around my hat. So I deal with them. Pink Eye, I'm not understanding the question. Am I like the cryptids? I don't understand what you mean by that. Am I a cryptid? Maybe I am. I'm not really sure. Good morning, Green Monkey. I'm me, and I have certain gifts and I use them. And I don't think I'm any different per se than someone else. I do know that my lineage is a little different, but I think that I have the same inherent gifts that every single human being has. We just need to be able to tap into them. And yes, do the cryptids know this? Oh yes, they know this. They know this because they like to play the game of catch me if you can, deal with me if you can. And there's a good point that I want to make right there. Okay. So many people have dog men. I'm just going to use that word because everybody knows what that is. Um, tapping on the door, on the window, scaring you, trying to get you to jump, trying to get you to make, a mistake for them. That right there should tell you, okay, this is their game. It's a game, to get you basically to jump, to do what they want you to do. Haha, made you look, this sort of thing. So these guys coming through and playing this game with you, you have to ask yourself, what are they getting out of it? Okay. And good morning, Connie. People would realize that it's just like when you're in school or you have kids, they push your buttons to see what you're going to do. You have to be, oh, thank you, Connie. No, and Pink Eye, thank you too. These guys, thank you, Green Monkey. I am getting better. Thank you. Yahweh blesses me that way. He really does. These guys like interacting with you for two reasons. One, it's a big game to them. Okay, it's something fun to do, and you have to remember these are predators. Okay, these are predators, and they like, damn, watch a cat with a mouse, watch a wolf with a mouse. These guys play these games with human beings because we are so emotional. We react, we are spontaneous and and things like that, and that just, they love that. Okay, then if you've ever watched my video talking about dogmen, these guys, you have to remember, are able to send out the little carrier wave just like the Steyama can do and interact with your brain waves, magnetic waves. Okay, and the frequencies that they choose lets them know a lot about you and what's going on. And they can look at your lineage basically through your bloodline, and these guys have been known forever, they watch you, learn about you, and basically, I honestly believe that they are judging us. It's like I said before, something evil can be used for good intent by Heavenly Father. Okay, so he's actually using them to basically find out what people are doing, what your intentions are. Have you changed? Has your bloodline somewhere, in your bloodline changed? I mean, seriously, I had someone that contacted me because they found out, they've been having these interactions with the Nashova, and it was horrifying to them, and I was trying to work with them and explain to them the things that needed to be done. And she finally got it, and it clicked, and she went back and started looking, and she came to me and she said, oh my heck, Kat, my great, great, great grandfather was a person who killed a lot of people. And thank you, Pink Eye. It just, once she got it and had found this out, because this was something that they didn't talk about, her family didn't talk about, she realized that it was her bloodline going back through that lineage on that side And once she realized this, she actually did what I told her to do. And she stood there at her window and told the dog man, listen, I know what happened in the past. I know that he did these terrible things, but I am not following in his footsteps. I have no idea about any of that. I go to church on Sunday. I talk to God. My line is becoming clean. And once she had said that to him, he left. He didn't come back. So people need to understand that these things out there are like watchdogs, okay? They're monitoring you, okay? And they're fascinated with you because, let's face it, everybody likes to know what your neighbor's doing. You know, I mean, seriously, as human beings, we are the nosiest, gossipiest, snippiest things on earth, aside from a shrew, okay? So we want to know, so they want to know. You know, they want to know about us because they've got a job to do, okay? Should you have to deal with them? You know, tell them. I mean, if you're not a mass murderer and you don't condone evil stuff, then you need to find it within yourself to protect yourself and stand up and say, hey, you know, I'm not doing this with you. You know, and once you say that, you will usually get them to go away. Okay? Mine are here for a completely different reason. I have a sanctuary. Oh, thank you. Big dog shaking. I have a sanctuary here, and these guys come and go, not to mention the Anasazi ruins across the way. So, yes, Lynn, it is territorial. They decide that they're going to come here and stay. Well, that's fine. I don't care if you stay, you know, I mean, that's what the sanctuary is for. But here's my issue that I have with a lot of them. You're not following house rules. House rules say that you get along and you don't eat my cats, you don't mess with my dogs, you don't mess with my kids, you know, things like that. So when that starts happening, I get ticked, okay? But I'm not going to send them away unless it's something really, really bad. That's just not me, okay? I take care of them and allow them to be here for as long as they want to be here. You know, I've talked about that on a lot of videos. So there again, it's up to you as as human beings to decide whether or not you want to interact with them and send them on their way or keep them around. I personally don't mind them because I've had them around me my whole life. But I know people get freaked out, get scared, don't want to deal with them. Okay, I was scared of Nashovachito for a long time until I found it in me to stand up to them and say, you know what, you suck, go away. And the thing that made me do that was the fact that I have kyosa. And if I can deal with something that weighs almost 1,000 pounds and is almost 10 feet tall, on a really pissy day when he's being grouchy and cantankerous, and if I can deal with that, please, I can deal with that, okay? People just would get it that they're scary, but they're not scary. Okay, I'm not telling you to go up, hi, buddy, you know, and hug them and things, but stand your ground. Tell them to get the heck out of here. You know, people come to me and they say, you know, oh, I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to handle this. And when I tell them how to handle it, they're too scared to handle it. I just don't get that. Okay, this is our realm. Our realm says we can deal with whatever we want to deal with. Okay. Now, I talked about that. So we're going to move on a little bit here because I've got some things I want to address. Okay. I had someone that wanted me to make videos about all the different cryptids, okay? And some of you said yes, but the vast majority of you said no. So let's figure out. Kyosa, yes, he does go to another dimension, and yes, it is a physical journey. He leaves. They leave completely. I don't know how to say it. I just want to make sure that everybody is learning what they want to learn about, okay? So I don't always have, like I said, I've never had all the right names for them. You know, I call them what I've always called them, or I call them by their Native American names. Okay. Yes, Martin, they do. Kimberly, I can do that. I'm just trying to think, you guys. Help out here. Should I make the videos and put them in this form on here, you know, like I was doing? Because to be really honest with you guys, I'm getting ready to re-release all my videos over on YouTube. And if you haven't checked that out, you might want to. It's a pretty good place because they don't censor me. They don't make me jump through the hoops, and it's a good place. So I'm getting ready to release them over there. I just think that when I talk, sometimes it just doesn't come through on the video, and people think that I'm not explaining myself well, you know? Does that make sense? So they would prefer that I write stuff out. So then I write stuff out. And then I get the people telling me, I don't understand what you're saying. So I'm like caught in between you guys because I don't know what would be best. And that's why I said a little help would be appreciated. Nancy, you're right. People need to use those. Let's see if I can figure out a way. Connie, you're correct. I need to figure out a way so that I can get across to you guys what I need to get across. So maybe it might be a mixture of both, you know, written as well as spoken. But yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll do written and spoken both. Another thing I want to talk about, and I think I'm going to do a lot of talking about this for the next couple of weeks, since I brought it up. People had asked about, you know, the 411 missing, and I had explained what it was. Thank you, Jennifer. A lot of input. That's to say the least. Oh my heck. A lot of input was given to me from people saying that, you know, your information's up on other channels, you know, and blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, well, that's fine. If they're going to do that, then, hi, Link, then they're going to do that. But like I said, I've always said this, okay, you guys, keep it straight. Okay, keep it straight. If you're going to use my information, keep it straight. Okay, don't embellish it. Don't go on to go way out here or way out here in left field and tell me and everybody else what you think something is if you don't know. Okay? Because that's dangerous. That's like me telling you, oh, sure, the flashing red light on the don't walk sign, that means you can go ahead and walk. Just take your time. Don't worry about it, and I know what the flashing red light means. It means, hey, I better get my tush across the street. Well, it's like that, okay? We can't embellish something, okay? If we don't know what it is, then we can't embellish this. So I'm going to put it out there in plain terms. I think that'd probably be best, you guys, is if I just said, listen, this is what it is. And we might be, a couple weeks long with the lesson because we really, you really need to understand before you can protect yourself that way. And Pink, as I said, the cryptids are here to do Heavenly Father's work. For those people tuning in and they don't know, I do believe wholeheartedly with all of my being, heart, soul, in Heavenly Father. Okay, so that's one thing. If you're here to troll, go troll somewhere else. Heavenly Father created this realm. Okay, I don't have the same view mainstream that everybody else has, but I do know what I know about him. Okay, and there's no changing that. He created this realm for us so we can jump in and say, hey, this is our realm, don't do this, don't. It's like inviting someone over to your house. But for you to be able to protect yourself, you have to stand your ground. And I've told everybody this. You guys need to know that if you're going to ward something off, you have to be able to do it in terms that they understand, okay? And who understands anything at a high school better than the principal or the superintendent? So when he comes up to you and says, hey, knock that crap off, you knock that crap off, okay? So otherwise there's going to be consequences. Well, these guys know that. So if you tell them, listen here, you wholeheartedly believe that Heavenly Father's going to step in and intercede for you, you need to go away. Excuse me. Oh my heck. I just need people to get that you guys have power. You guys have so much power. Oh my heck, you guys. See, I get home from the hospital and this is what I do. I start coughing. No, I don't have COVID. I'm just getting over everything. No, I've not heard about Mr. Raspberry. I didn't see the last comment that was up, so I'll have to look. It was something about gang stalking. But I want everyone to understand something. As we have power in our bodies and in our soul and in our heart, we have that little piece of God spark in us. They don't have that, okay? They have that for their realm. We have it for our realm, our planet. And we can stand up and say, hey, knock it off and do this, go away. We have the big person standing back here behind us, with the stick going bang, if you don't knock it off, I'm going to beat your butt. Well, that's what they do. Okay. Excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Sorry, my throat's dry. Okay. So we got that down. Okay. Yes, they have power, but they only have so much power that we give them. Okay. Jean-Paul, you just hit it exactly on the head. That's exactly what I said. It's curses in our bloodline. A two-dimensional dog man, that's a spirit. Remember what I told you? They're coming through. He can't. Oh, I'm a bridge. Yeah, that's been said to me before by the elders. I do get that part. Oh boy, there, I pushed the glasses up with the owie finger. I wish it would have been the flipper finger. Then I wouldn't use it so much. Oh, wow. Thank you, nobody. Yeah, that's interesting because that's exactly what I've said. We need to find a way to teach everybody this. So what do you think? Should we, as a collective on this, when we do the comments and things, for people that are new here, should we, thank you, Vincent, should we not leave like little comments? Nobody, I would appreciate that so much. Could we not leave comments, when we see somebody new on here that doesn't know what we're talking about, and for whatever reason doesn't want to go back and look at the videos, which are there, but they don't want to look at them, and they only want to go forward, which is fine, but you're not getting the whole lesson. So I think that maybe, like we could just put it on here. Oh, I didn't know that, Kimberly. Thank you. Well, there, I just got educated on gang stalking. I think we should put up comments, because I can't put up comments because I'm doing this via the phone. But I think we should put up comments and say, hey, this is what's going on, and you're new here, and just, leave a quick comment for them. And then that way we all help them, and then, if we keep going, as a group, then nobody, yes, I would absolutely love that, because I have no idea. We've had that discussion before. Miss Technotard here. What do you guys think? Because if we help other people, and I do this, and you all know this, if I share knowledge with one person, they share knowledge, and they share knowledge, and they share knowledge. Okay. So then that way we can, get all of this together. Thank you, Vincent. We can get this together and share them so that people can protect themselves. Google it. I don't know if you can Google in my information. Well, we'll find out. So somebody find out. Let me know, because that would be kind of nice. I know you can Google all the nasty things that they've said about me over the years, which I find immensely funny. I have to, because if I didn't laugh, I'd cry, which I've already done. So I'm done with that. So yes, Mr. Nobody or Miss Nobody, somebody. So I'm not going to call you nobody. Somebody, help me, please. Because the last time I did admins was when I had my Ning site, so I don't have my Ning site anymore, and they flooded me. They, what's the word, stabbed me in the back, bypassed me, and were working for a big other person who's well known, and they flooded me with over 3 million spams and killed my site. So I kind of, I'm so afraid that way of allowing someone to help me, and I know that it's the worst thing for me. Okay, thank you, Kimberly. I think I'm going to do that, but I think I have to trust somebody, and I know that if I don't trust somebody, then I'm not allowing them to share their gifts, you know? So, yes, a lot of them. You got that right, nobody. They are really hard. Um, Especially, it's like I said, mainstream Bigfoot people would be absolutely horrified if they knew how many of their Bigfoot experts have come to me on a QT and asked for information. I find that so funny because I can't not say no to them. If that's the wrong thing to do because I have to help them. But at the same time, I mean, if they've been jerky boys to me and attacked me and slammed me and said nasty things to me, then yeah, I'm human. I don't want to help them, you know. So, but I try really hard to be nice to everybody, and I'm not going to say the little witchy poo in me doesn't come out every now and then because it does. I'm human. But at the same time, I'm never going to give somebody wrong information so that they get hurt, you know? It's just sad. Thank you, Smoke Dog. You have no idea. These guys are just crazy in this world, and have I had the black helicopters? Have I had the military guys? Have I had? Yes, I had the big black semi, remember? You have to, make them understand that these guys are real and they are, to me at least, they're scary dangerous, So are other Bigfooter people out there using them, working with them? I think so. It's just like I said about the weaponized, the military weaponizing dogman. Yeah, they have figured out ways to control things, and that should be another topic. I'm just going to sit here and just start writing because thank you, Lynn. My mentor said that it's just sad. People get scared and their fear stops them from doing this, I'll give you, for instance, probably, I would believe Martin. Yes, Martin just asked me a really good question. Can the dogman hear what I'm saying? Yes, because it's not loud. I mean, if my dogs can hear me when they're outside, why can't he? And he's right here, on this wall about 30 feet away from me on the other side. He's gone now because it's starting to turn daybreak. It's daybreak here, but they get scared, and they're not gonna stay here and hang out, So sure, did you hear me? There's my big dog, It's just interesting to me that they do what they do. So what do you guys say? I'm gonna write down all these things. Hi Renee. Thank you, Pink Eye. I'm just me. I've said that forever and ever. I am just me. So I'm going to write these topics down because I think we need to address each of these topics because I've addressed cryptids and things, but I've got Big Dog talking in the background. So if you guys hear stuff, it's just him. He's talking. We need to pass the information along, correct information. That's why I'm doing these videos, because I don't want the bad information going out there, okay? And what I was saying is, One of the people that I do readings for, and I do a lot of them long distance, he has fae around him, not the shay, but fairies, little entities, and one of them that he has is a dryad. And when I was asking him to, what she was telling me, good morning, Tom, to pass along to him, she had said, well, I want the little house. I want a little house, a little people house. And I said, she wants the little people house that you have. She wants you to fix it up. She wants to stay in that because she's jealous. And this person just did not understand, I guess, because he's so afraid. I've been working with him for years now, and he's so afraid to open up to the thought and the possibility that he has what he has around him, even though he has taken pictures and I've given him more than enough information about what's around him. He refused, and finally, I've never been to his house, Good morning, Tez. I've never been to North Carolina I don't know, to go there. And what I was telling him, I said, listen, she wants you to fix the little people house up. She wants it to be brown on the bottom and green on the bottom and brown on the top, the roof and the walls. She's got wants it to look a certain way. And, I'm sorry, I'm watching my big dog. And he finally, I had to get tough and say, look, this is what she wants. Do you understand what she wants? Because I didn't understand what the little people house was. But I said, what the little people house is. And I can't help you if you won't open up and allow yourself to believe this. So he finally sat there for a minute. He goes, oh, I know what she's talking about. She's talking about the playhouse that's out in the back that's been there for so many odd years. I think he said 20, 27, 37, something like that. And I was just like pulling my hair out because I said, listen, this is what she wants. You have to help her. If you're going to help her, then help her. We can't just say, we're just going to help human beings, because if we help each other, every single thing on this planet is interconnected. And if you help one, you help all. Okay? So if we allow ourselves to honestly believe and accept the reality of that, okay? Remember what I said, everybody's reality is different, okay? But at some point, we all interconnect and we interact with each other, okay? That's the wave that our reality is on, okay? So you're surfing, you're riding the big wave, woohoo, okay? So we go through and we get on there and we all interact with each other. That's what I'm saying, okay? So when you're dealing with these cryptids, keep that in mind, okay? You're dealing with somebody else who's dealt with the same cryptid, okay? Because he's not just coming here specifically for you. We're not that special, okay? I'm going to be real honest with you here. We're not that special. I just want a funky shui. I just think that we need to all get together, work together, and in doing so, we're educating everybody. Good morning, Marcia. Thank you, Jean-Paul. I say, let's do this. I'm going to write out these topics because I've got so many, so many topics that you guys give me. And then during the week, after I think I've got one topic down and we're going to discuss it, no, I get like 10 more emails telling me, no, I don't like that topic. I want to change it. So you guys, please help me here. We need to figure this out, how we're going to do this, okay? Because the other cryptids that I set up, like I said, I'm going to re-release those videos. Scipio, come here. He's at the back door now. He says he wants to go out there and see what was out there making all that noise, even though he knows. I say we go deal with all of this and write it out, and then I'm going to put it up on here. I'm going to make a video that's just like 2 minutes long, telling you guys what's coming up. And in that way, we can, I got to sit here and massage him so it doesn't go to the door and bark. So that way we can have these discussions. There's another one up. That way we can figure out what we're doing and get them all figured out. What do you think? I hope you guys think it's a good idea. Okay. Kimberly, I have a book written in my computer, and then I have one that I am looking for a publisher. No, Tez, I have not. I have done some interviews on other channels, you know, a couple years back, but I haven't done anything lately. No. I hear you, big boy. Do I want to? Sure, as long as the information that comes out is correct, you know, because I want to share that knowledge. That's what I was told to do, you know. I have to share. I have to share and extend the hand, because if I don't extend the hand, then I'm not living up to what I was sent here to do. Okay? Thank you, Kimberly. I appreciate it. You know, I'd love to do an interview for you. I just want everybody to understand that I think we could do a lot of good here, you know, and that's what I've been trying to do all these years. And everybody, you know, as I've said in the past, come here. I've got 2 of them now. Sorry, people. The joys of big mastiffs. I think that if we do good and extend the hand and give them all the correct information, then they can try. Thank you. I will, Jennifer. I think that we could do good and make people understand what's happening, because I don't want to scare anybody. I want them to be informed, because if you have knowledge, you can overcome that fear, okay? And cryptids are not. Thank you, nobody. Yes, Martin, I have a lot of cats. I have 3 of them. There's one talking right now. I think that we should work together to do this. And I think I'm going to go right now, because I've got big dogs and cats. Everybody telling me they want to go outside and see what happened to my back door. Excuse me. So we're going to go out there and go look. Okay, I'm coming. I wanted you all to know I love you. And I thank you guys so much for being inspiration to me, you know, and allowing me to visit with you and talk with you and share my knowledge with you. Thank you. You guys are very humbling for me. God bless you all. I hope you guys have a wonderful, awesome, super terrific, magnificent New Year's. Okay? You know, I just think that everybody should help everybody. Okay? I really do. Even if they're jerky boys or jerky girls, you know? I love you guys. Have a super good day. God bless you. Have a happy new year. Be safe out there. And I will see you all next week. Bye, you guys. I love you.